What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Disappointing game today, and we could have won this game just in the first half, considering the number of chances we had in the first half. We could have buried this thing, could have killed it in the first half, but we didn't. We missed so many opportunities in the first half, and we suffered as a result. The game started well. That's the annoying thing. The game started well, and yeah, people are now calling us first half team because we do extremely well in the first half. We score a goal, we don't take our chances. Second half, then the opponent comes in, and then we end up losing or drawing. Today we almost lost. Today, and I don't know how we are still in the top four discussion after the performance that we've had. We've been saying this. They're not title contenders. Now it's clear for everybody to see. We still have issues. We need to get out of the team. We need to deal with them. Enzo Maresca has to really work hard with this team. He really has to work hard with this team. So let's dive straight into the review. I like the lineup. It was nice to see Josh Achampong getting a start in the Premier League. I think this is his first start in the Premier League, and for the first half he did very well. I think for the entirety of the game he did very well, except for one issue that we'll get to, but he did very well in the first half. He was holding his own with Cole in that defensive lineup. I was thinking Tosin would start because of his performance against Morecambe in the FA Cup. Brilliant 2 goals from him. I also thought Felix too might get a nod. He also scored 2 very, very good goals against Morecambe. And yeah, both of them started on the bench. When they came on, there was a difference. You could see there was a difference. We were more solid at the back when Tosin came on, and we were more fluid going forward when Felix came on. I think I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's talk about the first half. Started like we wanted to score. We were pressing them a lot, and then we got our goal. So the move for the goal started from a counter attack. Jackson did very well. He was able to wriggle his way out of 3 Bournemouth players, and he was able to push the ball forward and put in a very good through ball to Palmer, and Palmer 1-1 goal. Chances are he's going to finish. He faked the shot and then scored. I was happy that we scored, but we've seen this before. Palmer scores the first goal. I think it's the 3rd time he scored early in a game, and then both times, the first 2 times, we ended up I think either drawing or losing those games, and then today we drew at the end. But it was a good goal, a very, very good goal from Palmer. He was brilliant in the first half. The first half he had a huge chunk of the chances that we had. I think he had like about 3 shots that were either saved or blocked. Jackson also had his fair share of shots in the first half. Header that was saved, very good header that was saved. I think in the top left corner of the goal. Sancho also had a shot, like two shots that were saved. Enzo also had a shot that was saved. We had a lot of chances in the first half. We should have taken our chances. We should have buried at least 2 goals in the first half. That would have made the second half more comfortable. But because we're leading by a goal, it wasn't that comfortable. I think even Palmer had a knock in the first half. That affected his performance in the second half, because the second half he wasn't as instrumental as he was in the first half. He was giving the ball away a lot in the second half, and we'll get to it. So we went into the halftime break leading by a 0-0, and Chelsea in recent times leading by a 0-0 isn't the best. If it was a few months ago, I would have been more confident with leading by a 0-0, because I know they're going to add more to it in the second half. But from what we've seen recently, that isn't guaranteed. It's not guaranteed at all. It's rather happens in the opposite direction. We concede, and what happened? We conceded when we came back. I think not long after, in the 50th minute, I think we conceded a penalty. And the penalty, I blame 2 people. I blame Lavia and Caicedo. Lavia shouldn't have allowed that pass to even go through in the first place, and Caicedo was chasing Semenyo and he pushed him down. Semenyo was very good today. He's a very good player. I don't see him staying at Bournemouth for a long time. He's probably going to stay at Bournemouth for the rest of the season, but after the season, I don't think he's going to stay at Bournemouth. A big team is going to come for him. He's a very, very good player. As a Ghanaian, I'm proud to see him play most of the times, but not against Chelsea. Today, he really troubled our defensive line, and he was the one who won the penalty, and then Clivert stepped up like his dad. He put it away brilliantly, and there was no chance. There was no chance for Sanchez to save that. And at that point, it was worrying because now they were the ones pressing us. They could smell blood, and they really wanted to get the second goal. And because we were not even pressing that much, even when we pressed, their defensive line was solid. They were able to halt our attacks. And Enzo in the second half, I wasn't happy with him. He was giving the ball away too many times. Too many times. Some of his touches were poor. Some of the passes were poor. And yeah, he was giving the ball away a lot. When Felix came on, it was better. When Felix came on, it was better. We're moving forward more fluidly, easier than when Jose Enzo and Caicedo and Lavia. He was a huge reason why we were suffering the second half. In the first half, it was good, and it was not just on him. The entire team in the second half were poor. They took advantage. Bournemouth took advantage, and then they eventually scored a second from Semenyo, and it was a very good shot in the near post of Sanchez. I think the left side of Sanchez, and unfortunately, Josh Achampong was the one who was tasked one-on-one with Semenyo, but he couldn't stop that shot from going through. I feel like if that was Tosin, if that was Cole, if that was Fofana, they would have done better. But Josh probably doesn't have the experience to be able to block that shot, or to be able to stop that, or to be able to keep up with Semenyo. Semenyo is a very fast player, a very rapid player, so it's difficult to keep up with him. But yeah, he scored, and I also think Sanchez should have done better. Sanchez saw that shot coming. He saw it. The way Semenyo moved, he should have anticipated a shot coming in from the right side to beat to the near post, towards the near post, but it still went in. It was a good strike, to be honest. It was a good strike. I know a lot of keepers will not be able to save that, but sometimes you just want your keeper to be out of that list. You want him to save it. But unfortunately, Maresca took Joshua Champon off, I think, about 2 minutes after that goal. The goal came in the 68th minute, and 2 minutes, I think, the 70th minute or 71st minute, they took Joshua Champon off. And I don't know how he's going to feel. I don't know how that's going to affect his self-esteem, his mentality, because it seems like he was the one at fault. I don't think he was the one at fault. The ball shouldn't have gotten to Semenyo in the first place. Should have been intercepted. Should have been blocked. They shouldn't have passed it. The move started from a throw-in. It shouldn't have started that way and get all the way into the box. It should have been stopped before it got there. But unfortunately, it got there, and he had the job of blocking that, but he wasn't able to block it. So he was sacrificed for Tosin. Tosin came on, and then when he came on, we were much solid at the back. They almost scored, I think, 2 times. Sanchez made a great save from a shot from Brooks, I think. And the second one too, I don't know that it was Brooks, but he fluffed the shot. That could have been a third goal for them, and that could have been game over. But they kept us in. They gave us a lifeline by missing that. So I talk about the red card offense. That came after the goal. That came after their equalizer. Brooks, he executed a perfect clothesline move, WWE clothesline move on Cucurella, and for some reason they didn't give him a red card, even after the VAR officials told the referee, or advised the referee to go and check it. The referee checked and gave him a yellow card. This is the first time I've seen a yellow card awarded after a VAR check, and I'm sure in the rule book somewhere, in very, very small print, it says that you can award yellow card to a player after a VAR check if you are playing against Chelsea, if that player is playing against Chelsea. I'm very, very certain that is what is in the rule book. That is what is in the laws, because this is absurd. When I saw that he went to check it, I was like, okay, this is going to be a red card, because we can all see from the replays. He doesn't have the privilege to be seeing the replay like at the time we saw it, but he went to see the replay, so he should see that Brooks' hand was out. It was outstretched. You could make a case that Cucurella intentionally went in that direction so that he would draw the foul. But how sure are you? It was a bad foul. It was a bad tackle. Brooks' hand was outstretched. Why is his hand stretched out in the first place? Why is your hand stretched out if you are not going to block Cucurella from running in that direction? The intention was to block him. The intention was to bring him down. And I don't know, the commentators were saying that Cucurella has a reputation of making the most out of something small. So maybe the referees are taking note of it. So when he saw that, he wanted to, no, you don't do that. You don't use previous actions against the player in a game. You don't use that. You don't use a player's reputation to deny him justice on the field. You don't do that. But this referee chose to give a yellow card, and yeah, I feel like if that yellow card had been a red card, things would have been different. You probably would have won the game. But like I said, we can't really depend on these kind of things. We have to be winning games on our own. We have to be taking our chances on our own. So that was before they got their second goal. We got our goal after trying. We eventually got our goal from none other than Reece James. Capitano came in. I think he came in the second half to replace Lavia. And yeah, he took a fantastic free kick. We won a free kick on the... At first I thought it was a penalty because it was very close to the box. Upon replay, it was outside the box and it was very close to the line. And Reece James completely beat the keeper. The keeper was expecting him to go to the left and he went to the right. It hit inside the post and went in. And yeah, I mean, I was happy we didn't lose because we've already lost 4 times this season. I don't want it to be 5 times, and we keep dropping down the table. We used to be second at some point. We were second at some point, and we were finally secured in the 3rd position. And all of a sudden, we started losing games, and then we started dropping, and now we are 4th. I don't want us to drop any further. I want us to maintain our top 4 stance, and finish the season in the top 4 position. So yeah, it was a brilliant goal from Reece James, beautiful free kick from Reece James, and yeah, he's not been given like full 90 minutes since he returned from injury, but he's slowly recovering, slowly picking up. Him and Lavia, they're slowly picking up after coming up from injury, and it was a good goal from him. So we equalized and it was 2-2, and then after that there was like about 3 minutes left and we are still pressing. I think the mistake that Bournemouth did was after they scored the second goal, they didn't defend, they didn't pack the defense, they didn't build a wall, they didn't defend their lead. They were rather trying to add more goals. They were trying to kill the game and get a 3rd goal. That opened them up to our counter attacks. Yeah, we eventually got the goal and we made it 2-2. We got a draw, we got 1 point from it, but it's still a disappointing game. A game that we should have won, a game where we should have done better. And Enzo Maresca's substitutions today were okay. They were good. He brought on Neto for Madueke, brought on Felix, he brought on James, he brought on Tosin. He brought them at the right time, in my opinion. And he didn't take a long time before he was making substitutions like he used to do. The game ended 2-2. We got the draw. Some people were leaving early. I think after the second goal, some people were leaving, getting to the 70th, 80th minutes, some people were leaving the stadium. Not a lot, but a few people were leaving the stadium. Those people will miss Reece James' free kick, a beautiful free kick. And our captain is back. That's been it for my review. Let me know what you think about the game. Are you as disappointed as I am? Are you what do you think about our chances of finishing top 4? Did any player stand out that I haven't mentioned in this video? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you have, give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. What are you waiting for? Subscribe, join the family, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.